Hello everybody, welcome back to our DOE Common Core series called Common Core Tools. And we are thrilled to be here in beautiful Madison County at Madison County Middle School with two teachers, Beth Dean and David Erie. And they teach 7th grade English Language Arts. And they've agreed to let us come to their school today and share with us some of the different strategies and instruction that they've been using to help teach the Common Core. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate your time.
We're glad to have you guys here.
So this summer, you were looking at the standards, the Common Core standards, moving away from GPS. What were your thoughts in terms of how it was going to change your instruction going into this year as opposed to previous years?
We were tremendously excited, and it actually went back all the way to last winter when we first saw the standards and began studying the standards, and began formulating the basis for our units. We feel that the Common Core standards have freed us to teach what we have felt like students need to know, as opposed to teaching them how to take a test, how to teach them a knowledge level content, to now the more analytical, evaluative, and synthesizing skills that they really need to move forward in life, both academic and outside of the academic environment.
What about you, Ms. Dean? What have you seen?
I have seen a sea change in the way that we view assessment, most of all. These new standards have driven our assessments toward a much more authentic, meaningful, real-world test of what a student understands when they read, what a student can analyze from their reading, synthesize, and communicate on paper. It's been amazing for us.
Can you give sort of a specific example of the type of assessment change you've seen, or the type of questions you've been asking this year, early in the year, that might be different from what you've been doing previously?
Well, at the time of this filming, we are 17 weeks into the school year, and except for the district-mandated benchmark test, we have not given a multiple-choice assessment this year. Every one of our assessments has been written-based. Right. It's been either short, constructed response, or a formal essay.
And how's that affected your students? What have you noticed in them as they've been doing more writing and responding with writing?
I see a buy-in from our students. We see an awakening from our students. I think we see some improvement in their ability to synthesize what they read and to show us what they know. I think it makes them feel big. I think it makes them feel good when they can do difficult tasks. And so we're seeing an attitude change there.
So you think that the challenge actually engages them?
I definitely see that.
The other thing is, what is the purpose of education? Education, in my mind, is to teach a child how to think. And since writing and thinking are virtually the same thing, then having them do more writing is going to improve their ability to think and to think critically.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're asking them to read various texts, analyze those texts, and then communicate their analysis of those texts.
And I'm pretty sure, in fact I know, the research supports that statement. Schools have said, we're going to throw out everything, all the professional development and all the different programs. We're just going to have the kids write more in every class and write about what they're doing. And those schools have seen dramatic improvements. I think that's definitely supported by the research.
It forces a student to look inside their minds
Right.
and to generate those ideas that they haven't been asked to do.
But now, if you're saying we're not giving too many multiple choice tests, how are the kids going to be ready for the CRCT? How do you think that's going to be affected?
For the reading CRCT, we feel like the CCGPS will actually increase scores, because students will be more used to critically reading a passage. They will be used to looking for textual evidence to support answers. When it doesn't really matter what the question is, if they have been taught how to find the answer, then that should take care of itself. Now, there is some concern about the language arts test, because we are moving away from the direct instruction on how to take the language arts test. Instead, we're focusing on how do you apply the language standards to your writing. So we have had to make some accommodations in order to make sure that they have at least a preparation for the test, and then that is that a portion of our classroom day is taken toward addressing those GPS standards that they will still see on the CRCT.
Excellent. So the rest of our videos, you're going to take us through some of the lessons and strategies you've done to sort of put what we've just talked about into action. So I think it's going to be very helpful for a lot of teachers out there.
We hope so.
All right, thank you.